Hey, welcome to Kidscoast Advent Day 3. My name is Cianna and I'm from the Mount Pleasant campus. Today we're going to be talking about our star block because God gave a man named Abraham a pretty crazy promise using the stars. Yesterday we learned about Noah and the flood, and after the flood, things got better for a little while, but God realized he still wasn't close enough to his people and he wanted to change that forever. So he found a man named Abraham and his wife Sarah, and they were both old. They were so old that they were no longer able to have kids, and they were never able to have a child of their own. And one day, God said to Abraham, I want you to look up at the night sky and count the stars. As many stars as you see is how many kids and grandkids I'm going to give you. When Abraham looked at the sky, he didn't see hundreds or thousands of stars. He saw millions. And Abraham almost laughed at God and said, how are you going to give me, an old man, millions of grandkids? And God said, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do one thing even more. One of those grandkids is going to be the one that I send to earth that will bring me back to my people forever. And that will be the one that when the people see him, they will say that he is the king that we've been waiting for. Abraham couldn't believe it in his human mind, but he decided to trust God and stand in faith for what God had told him and promised him. He and Sarah stood together, and when they would become discouraged in their faith, God would always point them back to the stars to remember his promise. Eventually, Abraham and Sarah did have a son, and his name was Isaac, and they were so filled with joy, and this strengthened their faith, so much that they said, God, we really do believe that you are going to send the one who's going to bring us close to you forever. You know, Abraham's faith was strengthened through this. But Abraham was still a man, and he still did sin. And sometimes when we sin, like Abraham, it would hurt people. And tomorrow, we're going to learn about one of those stories that happened with Abraham.